Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Air It Out, the NFL inspired podcast. My name is Jack, this is my co-host, Panthers fan, 4-time fantasy football champion and good friend James.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. That's very nice. I was expecting something worse than that. But
It was. You went till next week.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. I guess we can start with, we appreciate the feedback from episode 1. We got some really good feedback. Appreciate you all tuning in. We love doing it. We loved doing that first one. We weren't sure how it was going to go, were we?
We were
a bit nervous.
And I think
you were twiddling your laces a little bit.
I touched my laces, so I won't do that this time.
Won't do that.
I'll try not to. There we go.
Yeah, but we want to do more, don't we? So hopefully we can build up a little following. But we really enjoyed it. Only 15 Sundays till NFL Red Zone. Scott Hanson back on our screen.
99 days
Today.
Well, yeah, yesterday was 100. I think the Broncos put out a thing.
Oh, really?
So I think it's about 99 days.
Oh my, that's.
And then we can just, if that's wrong, we can edit when this goes out. And then
it comes around quick, doesn't it? Though, like you think it's such a big off season and a long off season, but it just comes around so quick. The years go quick, though, don't they? To be fair, this year's gone mental. So looking forward to it coming back. Obviously. They're back at camp now. Teams are going back to OTAs and stuff like that. The rookies are in. They're kind of getting a feel for it, aren't they? So it's quite an exciting time for the new teams.
Yeah, I think it heats up in a couple of months or so.
Yeah, because the preseason starts August time, doesn't it? They start playing preseason games. So although they don't take them too seriously, do they? They play all the second string.
There's so many injuries. It's not worth. I don't think
it's not worth it, is it? No.
Like starting the starters.
Yeah, no, I agree. So yeah, we obviously we've got a few things to cover today. Obviously, as always, the first thing we wanted to do was NFL phrases, because obviously a lot of people that maybe want to start getting into the NFL, there's a lot of phrases that are thrown around which people don't really understand or want to understand, because it is quite confusing when you first get into it.
The rules are confusing, and then they whack on phrases that you're like, what the hell is that about?
That's exactly it, yeah. So the phrase we're going to do today, we're going to do a couple like through further episodes and stuff like that, but the phrase today is move the chains or move the sticks.
Yep. Do you want me to
go for it, yeah.
So I think fundamentally the aim of the game is to gain, you got 4 attempts to gain 10 yards, essentially. Once you gain 10 yards, those 4 attempts are reset. To measure that 10 yard, you've got 2 sticks and a chain in between.
Blokes, just 2 blokes in the end, isn't it?
Literally 2 blokes just moving it. It's like me and you.
It's a multi-billionaire company in NFL, and they've got 2 blokes with 2 sticks and a chain in between, measuring it out. Which is just, it seems crazy, doesn't it? But they have discussed that in the off-season, haven't they? About the technology and stuff like that. But I just think it's quite authentic.
It is authentic.
And it's funny as well, because they get wiped out as well through tackles, like people going off and stuff.
So when they bring it out to measure, like it's like made that much.
The thing is, I understand, like, because obviously if it's a close one, a really close one, it is kind of where is that spot? Where is where is he down? Where does his knee come down?
Especially when it's like 3rd or 4th down, and it makes a difference on where the ball is.
Yeah. So basically, the 2 guys with the sticks and the chains, once you get a new set downs, they then move up to the next 10 yards.
By moving the chains, you're essentially progressing.
Advancing the field. Advancing the field.
Yeah.
So
it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
It is a good thing. Yeah. It's a good phrase. It's a good phrase.
Unless you're moving it 1 yard, then not so much.
Not so much. But it's like I said, it's quite strange that it's just 2 blokes on the side.
I like it.
I do as well. But they have spoken about maybe technology and stuff like that. But I don't think they should, to be honest. But
that's it. I mean, that could go on for ages. I mean, we've got VAR in a.
Well, let's not discuss that. That's very controversial anyway, isn't it? So I mean,
sometimes fix what's not broken.
Yeah, that's the phrase we wanted to cover today. So it's pretty straightforward once you understand. But we are going to do more through the episodes we're doing. But the first topic we're going to discuss today, obviously between the first episode and now, the schedules have come out for the teams. So they know who they're playing. They know what weeks they're playing who. So it's quite an exciting time to see who your teams are playing.
They take it very seriously, by the way. Like the content that comes out.
Yeah, the teams. The teams do funny videos as well. I remember that, was it last year? Was it the Titans did a funny one?
They did the same thing almost again this year.
Did they?
Good. Yeah, with people on the street.
Yeah, they were asking random people and they were saying random teams. Yeah. So yeah, they do make a big, like in America, like they always do, they make a big thing out of it. But yeah, so it's an exciting time for certain teams. I've actually got the week 1 schedule here, which I'm quickly going to run through. So the first game is obviously the Ravens versus Chiefs.
Yep, I picked that one out as my game to talk about.
Yeah, we're going to talk about our favourite week 1 games, aren't we?
Yep.
Which we think would be the best ones, or the most we're looking forward to. We've got the Packers versus Eagles on the Friday, which is in Brazil, I believe.
First time, is it?
First time in Brazil, I think.
You going?
No. I wonder if our Eagles fans are going. What do you reckon?
No, they talk a lot, don't they?
Yeah, I don't think they're
out there.
We've got the Jags versus Dolphins, Pats versus Bengals, Texans Colts, Vikings Giants, Panthers Saints. Divisional game.
Anyone looking forward to that?
Just me, I think. Just
you.
Me. Cardinals Bills.
Yeah,
I think that would be a good game.
Could be sneaky good.
Yeah, Steelers Falcons, Titans Bears.
That one could be sneaky good. The Steelers Falcons.
Yes.
New QBs.
Yeah, I would like to see. It's going to be an interesting game, that one. We've got the Raiders Chargers, Broncos Seahawks.
No one.
You looking? No.
I mean, sure.
I'm not looking forward to that one.
Geno Smith, I guess.
Yeah, Washington Commanders and the Bucks, and then we've got the Cowboys versus the Browns, Rams and Lions, and to send it off week 1 is the Jets and 49ers. Now, we didn't do this on purpose, but we picked 2 games that we like, and it's the first one and the last one in the week. Yeah, because you picked Ravens Chiefs, haven't you?
Yep.
And I've picked Jets San Francisco 49ers.
Yep.
As our favourite games of week 1. So do you want to discuss why that's your favourite? Why'd you pick that one?
Yeah, sure. I think it's if I take my top 10 QB hat off for a second, and then just it's
a lot of backlash from that, by the way.
Is there?
Maybe.
A lot of agreements actually. I gained lots of personal followers actually outside of Air It Out.
Did you really?
Lots of people on my side.
You did not tell.
That's a massive lie.
Fair.
I lost followers actually.
Yeah. What?
Well, I mean MVP Lamar Jackson versus the Super Bowl champions at the Chiefs. Last season they lost to the Lions, didn't they? Week 1.
Yes, they did. Yeah.
I mean, you get like a hangover, Super Bowl hangover, where you're not always up for it. I mean, they lost week 1 and won the bowl, so I don't think it really matters. And their division, I'm a Broncos fan. The division's not as competitive, I don't think. It's trying to catch up with the Chiefs, but they still seem to run away with it, no matter how bad they start. So they might be a bit hangover-ish from Super Bowl. Ravens, you'd imagine, up for it.
Yes, I'd imagine so.
The Ravens have lost 3 of their starting O-line, so that might make
Lamar's slimmed down as well, isn't he? Lamar Jackson slimmed down. He's the lightest he's been since his first MVP season.
Right.
So I think he's going to be doing a lot of running around.
Okay.
And they've got Derrick Henry as well in the backfield now, which is massive.
It's big. It just concerns me if they've lost 3 starters O-line wise.
Yeah, that's a concern.
They were a heavy run.
Yes, they were
last year. So
I think they were the most run heavy team last year. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's interesting. But I think that'll be a good game. That's a good game to start with.
A good game. And they've lost Patrick Queen and Geno Stone.
Patrick Queen's gone to the Steelers, hasn't he? Yeah, he's a good player.
So I mean, it's probably 5 starters they've lost from defense and protecting the quarterback. So I think they're key areas.
I agree.
So it could be. But then I guess Super Bowl hangover. The Chiefs just don't seem that exciting, right? But then they just win.
Yeah, I mean, like we've mentioned on the first episode, I think they got Xavier Worthy in as a receiver. We don't know what's happening with Rashee Rice.
No.
Yeah, like you said, it's not. I think Xavier Worthy will be exciting, but Mahomes is Mahomes. Kelsey's Kelsey.
Yep.
Their defense was very, very good last year.
Good. Andy Reid, head coach.
Yeah, I mean, it's just standard.
So it should be an exciting game.
Yeah.
So there are lots of negatives there, but I think it'll be a good game.
I do. Yeah, I do as well.
To kick it off. It'll be Thursday night.
Yeah.
So I'll be watching.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
I'll always watch that first one.
Yep.
So yeah, I picked out the San Francisco 49ers and the Jets, New York Jets. I think I just want to see Aaron Rodgers.
Where is it?
I think it's in San Fran.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in San Fran.
That moment last year was so cool with him with the
with the flag.
I know he got injured
hopefully he lasts more than 3 plays. Yeah. So that would be good. I'm looking forward to seeing him in that Jets offense with Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, I just want to see what that looks like for a game at least. And obviously the 49ers, I think, are the best team in the NFC.
As a team.
Team-wise. And obviously, I think that game would just be it's a good one for the Jets to go into, because are they expecting to win? Yes, because their defense is very good. I think it's one of the best in the league. But the offense needs to come
together. It's a good
together.
test, isn't it? Like week 1 is a bit of a liar most times. Like you can't always tell.
You can't tell.
No,
you can't tell.
Happen. But it's a good test for the Jets to understand where they're at, because they're playing a Super Bowl team, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't win it, but they were.
They were close. So they're always there or thereabouts. I mean, like I said, if you want to get to the Super Bowl from the NFC side, you probably need to beat the 49ers. I think it's the 49ers. Eagles are up there as well. But I think the 49ers are the ones to get through. If you get through them, you've got a good chance, especially in the playoffs. We've also picked out our easiest schedule and our hardest schedule for team-wise. So you've gone for easiest schedule and I've gone for hardest. So do you want to start with the easiest schedule?
So I've gone, I think it's probably quite an easy answer. I've gone Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
I mean, first and foremost, that division.
Don't be too harsh.
Yeah, okay. I don't want to upset you, but it's not, on paper, it's not too difficult. Okay. Like probably one of the easiest ones, I'd say. And they get to play everyone twice. So
it is. No, I agree.
I think they would fancy themselves against all three of those teams in those divisions.
Oh yeah, I agree.
In that division.
I agree.
And I've written it down actually. So it starts off like tough. So they go Steelers, Eagles, Chiefs, first three. Like Steelers can probably win that. New quarterback, I guess, trying to figure it out. But assume they lose those 3 games, which they might do because you've got Eagles and Chiefs in that 3. They then go Saints, Bucks, Panthers, Seahawks, and Bucks again.
See, they can put in a little run there if they want to.
So there's 5 games that you can make a case that they potentially win.
All 5.
And but up to 5 games.
Yeah.
And then they've got the Cowboys after that, which is tough.
It's tough. Away? Is that away?
I don't know.
No, I was going to say, I mean, that's a tough game. Yeah, that's a tough game. Home or away.
Yeah. But then, I mean, the remaining 8 games.
Yeah.
I'll read it out.
Go on.
And you tell me how many they're going to win.
Okay.
Saints.
I could win that.
Broncos.
Oh, they'll win that.
Yeah. Vikings.
They'll probably win that.
Yeah. Raiders.
Yeah, they'll win that.
Giants.
Yeah.
Commanders.
Yeah. I think Commanders.
Yeah, I know, but when you look at it on paper,
they're winnable games for them. They're winnable games.
The last 4, if they've got 6 wins at this point, they'll go Raiders, Giants, Commanders, Panthers, and that will get them to 10 wins, assuming they win. I just think that.
I agree. I do agree. I think the Falcons, we discussed them briefly on the last episode, but I think they'll be good this year. Getting Kirk Cousins in with all those weapons around him. Obviously, we spoke about the quarterback in the draft and stuff, which I don't think will upset the apple cart too much. But yeah, I think they're all winnable games. I think I've gone for the hardest schedule. I've gone for the Baltimore Ravens. And you might, sit there and say, "Oh, it's Lamar Jackson." No, it's not. I was looking through it. Obviously, yes, I've got it here. So obviously, week 1 they go Chiefs, which is a tough game. They go Raiders, Cowboys, Bills, Bengals. Okay. So I think those 3: Cowboys, Bills, Bengals, 3 tough games. They then go Commanders, Bucks, which they should probably get through. But then they go Browns. I know Browns, they notoriously struggle with in their division.
It's just difficult.
They always seem to struggle, the Ravens, against the Browns. So I think they play obviously them twice. So I think
the division's tough.
Division is tough. That's another thing. You play your division tough twice, and it's tough. It's a tough division,
especially if the Bengals are back to what they used to be.
Exactly. They play the Bengals twice. They play the Browns twice. They then go to the Broncos, which is nailed on.
A lot of slander from both of us actually from the Broncos.
They then Steelers, again, obviously they play them twice. That's tough. They then go Chargers, Eagles. They then have their bye.
Yeah.
And then they go Giants, Steelers, Texans, Browns.
Yeah,
so I just think it's a tough. I know they're a very good team. And they'll be there. I think they will make the playoffs. But I think it's just it's a very tough schedule for.
How many wins have you got them down for?
When I looked at it, I had them down for kind of 11 to 12.
Okay. They're still doing pretty well.
I still think they're a team that seems to always pick up during the season, but they crumble in the playoffs. So I don't see them not making the playoffs this year. I know they've got a really tough division. If Joe Burrow's fit the whole season, it's a problem for the Ravens because I think he's elite as well.
New hairstyle.
I've seen it. Yeah, he's not going
That's relevant at all.
I mean, he's got some locks though, hasn't he, mate? He's enjoying that.
Yeah.
He's getting a lot of camera time as well
Yeah.
for that. So yeah, I mean, it's a tough schedule for the Ravens. But yeah, so that's the week one games. That's the schedules we've been through.
Just some stats actually on the week one game.
Go on.
It's a Lamar stat.
Oh, okay.
So obviously Chiefs Ravens week one.
Mm-hmm.
In the time we did the first podcast to now,
Yeah.
have we gained more followers on Instagram, or has Lamar Jackson's average passing yards across the 4 games he's played them been higher?
I'm not answering that question.
What? Look, do you back yourself in the podcast, or do you back your top 5 quarterback?
I'll back myself.
Yeah, you're damn right.
Right. No more Lamar slanders.
187
Really?
passing yards average across the 4 games he's played.
Oh, okay, Jack. MVP.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go through. We're going to just discuss more fantasy football again.
Yep.
Because that is a hot topic. It's coming up to, August is the kind of time where people start mock drafting.
If people are enjoying this and we get closer to that draft season and the start of the season, and we'll do more content on.
Yes, we'll definitely discuss.
Obviously, I mean, between us, we've got 6 playoff appearances and 4 fantasy bowl wins.
So hold on, let me figure that out.
Just,
6
that's a stat.
No.
Don't need to go into it because stats
6
can be
playoff
misread.
appearances
Just between us.
5 from me.
Just between
1
us.
from you, and I've won it 4 times. But you're claiming
between us.
So, okay, thanks.
Between us, we've got 6 playoff appearances and 4 wins.
Lovely.
So
thank you, Jack.
That's all right.
I appreciate that. Yeah. So we're going to do some booms and busts.
Yep.
Which could be quite controversial. Obviously, there's plenty of platforms where you can.
And this is just fantasy. This is not.
This is purely fantasy football.
Yeah.
This isn't where we rank players or where we think their abilities are. This is purely fantasy football.
Mm-hmm.
So picking up, touchdowns, passing yards, stuff like that, rushing yards as well. So yeah, we're sticking to fantasy football here. So booms and busts.
Yep.
I've got 8 names.
I've got 8.
You've got 8. I've gone AFC, and you've done NFC names.
Mm-hmm.
So do you want to reel off your 8 first to me?
Yep.
I will just say boom or bust, and then afterwards we'll discuss as to what we think, why we think that.
Yeah. Okay. We won't do every single one, but if I guess if you I disagree, then
we'll discuss it. Yeah, we'll discuss it. So yeah, you've got 8 names there for the NFC,
and this is fantasy football.
Yeah.
Booms or busts.
Booms or busts. Yeah. Okay, hit me with the first one.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Oh, boom to the moon.
Kyle Pitts.
Boom.
Oh. Devonta Smith.
Bust.
Yeah. Jordan Addison.
Bust.
Oh. DeAndre Swift.
Boom.
Oh, no. Austin Eckler.
Bust.
Oh.
Yeah.
Luke Musgrave.
Bust. I think the other tight end's better. Tucker Craft. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Kyler Murray.
Boom.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. We'll go through my 8 names now that I've got here.
Okay. What we're going to do, I'll answer, and then we'll discuss afterwards.
Yes, we'll discuss afterwards. Yeah. So first one here. Interesting one. Travis Kelce.
Yep. Obviously bust.
Bust?
I think bust for fantasy.
We'll be discussing
I'm going to take a massive risk and go bust.
Jerry Jeudy?
Bust.
I just wanted that for, ex-Bronco. Stephon Diggs. At the Texans now.
Bust.
Oh, goodness. Devontae Adams.
Boom.
James Cook.
Boom.
Devon Achane or A-Chain.
Boom.
Lad McConkey.
Boom.
Okay. And last one, I picked your favourite.
Did you?
Garrett Wilson.
Boom. I'm going to triple down on him this year, I think. Go again.
Right, so the one I want to discuss first, Travis Kelce.
It's not a bust. It's just compared to what he has done the last 3 seasons.
In fantasy football?
Yeah. Like there's Laporta and
Kincaid
and McBride.
Yeah. There's a lot of competition there now, isn't there?
I just like his value is so high normally.
Yeah.
Maybe, I think he went in our draft round 1. He got in most of the mock drafts he goes round 2. So it's a lot of draft capital to he wasn't regular season. He wasn't wonderful. Like, I don't think he finished tight end 1, did he? Across.
No, I don't think he was tight. Laporta was, I think.
Yeah,
in the
maybe.
End. I know he had a couple of knocks, Kelsey, as well. To lead on from that as well, obviously, I went boom for Kyle Pitts. I think he could potentially break that top 4, top 5.
And Mark Andrews for the Ravens.
Yeah, he's always there or thereabouts. But I think Kyle Pitts with Kirk Cousins now, I think that could be.
Has to be now, doesn't it? If it's bust.
To be fair, though, you say that. I saw a stat the other day. In his rookie season, he got 1,000 yards. Obviously, since then, it's dived.
1,000 yards in his rookie
season. Yeah. When I heard that, I thought he didn't get the touchdowns, which is big. Obviously, for fantasy football, that's a big thing. But 1,000 yards in your rookie season, he's got it.
Do you know what? I think it takes
Titans 3 or 4 years, doesn't it?
Like Laporta was unbelievable.
That doesn't normally happen.
No.
That doesn't normally happen.
Like, it does take a few years.
Trey McBride's really come out last. It was the second season in the league, and I think he's really shone. I think he's going to be even. Kyle is now fit.
I've been waiting 4 or 5 years for a good tight end at the Broncos, actually.
Yeah. Well, same with us. We've got Ian Thomas still on the book, so obviously we took one in the draft. Bust. Okay. Bust every year. What other one did I want to discuss? James Cook. You said boom.
They lost Diggs, didn't
hold
they?
on. Before we go any further about James Cook, I had him in my fantasy team last year.
Yeah.
And you were slating him every time.
I don't think I slated him. That's a big word.
Well, you said boom though. Why did you say boom?
They've lost Diggs.
Yeah.
I think he probably gets more of the backfield role this season.
I think he's very good.
He's in, year 3 now?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's year 3 now.
He needs to step up. He is a receiving running back, that he'll get chunk yardage, and if you're playing points per reception, he'll get points from that aspect. Yeah. So, it's a guess, right? But my guess is boom.
Obviously, they're the ones I want to discuss. What ones did you have down that I was... Obviously, Amon-Ra
Smith, you had as bust, right?
Yeah, Devonta Smith had his bust. I think it's difficult with the Eagles because I really like AJ Brown. Mm-hmm. He commands a lot of targets. He's
He takes double coverage away, and so Devontae could be 3.
I get that. It's kind of a 1A, 1B situation, isn't it? You kind of normally have your wide receiver 1 and then your wide receiver 2, but for those two, it's 1A and 1B. They're just both very good.
I don't think it cost you a lot of draft. Like, it's not going to go high. Do you know what I mean? So
we've got how many Eagles fans in our fantasy league?
So
he's going to go round 2 or 3, and I'm not going to go near him if he's going that way.
Okay.
It's difficult, but I don't think. Obviously, they've got Saquon Barkley now as well, which we'll move on to later. But I think, I don't know. Smith's one of them where if I put him in my lineup, I think, how many points is he going to get me today? He could drop me 4, or he could drop me 24. And there's too many of those receivers around. It's just what one you punt on for the week. Whether you like the matchup, whether you like, how he's been doing. What did AJ Brown do last week? Because sometimes it flips. So, and obviously they've still got Dallas Goedert as well, in the tight end, who's decent. He commands targets as well. So, and I don't think Jalen Hurts can throw the ball very well. What?
No, I just it's funny how we're talking about quarterbacks throwing the ball, and it's
start with me, right? Yeah. So I think, Devonta Smith, I think bust. Just because of where I think he'll be going in our fantasy league. Maybe for other fantasy leagues he'll be going slightly later.
If he goes like 5-6 though.
Round 5, 6. Yeah, I'm taking him there.
Okay.
I'm taking him there.
Yeah.
But I think for where I think he's going to be, it's a bust, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah. Jordan Anderson, I think.
Jordan Anderson, I don't know where that quarterback situation is going to be like. It could be Darnold to start, and then it could be JJ McCarthy.
McCarthy doesn't start?
I don't think he goes straight in, no. I think Sam Darnold starts. I really do. And after 3 weeks, the Vikings fans will be calling for JJ McCarthy. But I just don't know. Jordan Anderson is, again, he's a bit like Gabe Davis, isn't he? He's a deep threat. He doesn't see, I remember him last year, he was getting 4 or 5 targets a game. I know he was a rookie last year, but and when you got Justin Jefferson and Hawk as well, TJ Hawkinson.
When Jefferson wasn't playing, I guess, stepped up.
Yeah. So been really the only time when Jefferson's been hurt, he was there when he did step up, and that's fair play to him. But again, I think bust for me. Bust. Okay. One more, maybe?
Yeah, I'll do one more. Yeah. I think if he's on a different team, by the way, he's probably wide receiver 1. I think he's good enough to.
No, I do as well. I think he's a very good receiver. But you got Justin. Justin Jefferson's arguably the best receiver in the league. So
fair.
It's different. It's tough competition. Yeah, it's tough.
I would say Eckler. I imagine the answer there is injuries.
Yeah, I mean, look, the last 2 years, Eckler's been first round pick, really, hasn't he? But he goes to the Commanders.
New QB,
Jaden Daniels. He's a rusher as well.
receiving running back though.
Yeah, I know. Austin Eckler last year, he looks like he was treading water, like at stages. Like, he just didn't look himself. Whether he was banged up the whole year, I don't know. But
Yeah, sometimes you have that.
it's that tough because I had him obviously the year before last, and he was. I think he was RB1. He practically won me the
has potential to be.
Yeah, I do. And
Top
they've got
RB.
another running back there, which is completely lost.
Brian Thomas, is that who you're thinking of?
Yeah, and he's kind of
Or Antonio Gibson, is he?
No, I think he's left now.
Has he left? Okay.
But Brian Robinson's that kind of tough, I think he'll be the 3 down back, and Eckler's coming in for those kind of, fun plays. And he might not see as much of the ball as he did at the Chargers, because all Herbert seemed to do for that year was chuck it down to him, which I don't think he'll be getting too much of that this year. So, but yeah, they were booms and busts.
Yep.
Let's move on to best pickups. Mm-hmm. So what we mean by this is obviously free agency, teams trading for players, and who we think the best pickups were from each team.
I've done AFC. You've done NFC.
You've done AFC. I've done NFC. We've done 2 players each. Do you want to go first?
Yeah,
AFC?
sure.
Yeah.
I've done Hollywood Brown for Kansas City.
Yeah.
I think if Rashee Rice isn't there for the first 6 weeks, it's a good pickup. I know they've got Xavier Worthy, but I think he's a good receiver.
Yeah,
so
no, I do as well.
Mahomes thrown to you.
It's a perfect situation for Hollywood Brown, really, isn't it? He's I think he's good. He's been unfortunate. I think he's been injured a couple of times, but I think he goes into a good situation there. So that's a good one.
And then Derek Henry at the Ravens.
I just don't see how this doesn't work. Like, it's perfect. I do. They run the ball. They, I read a stat the other day that he's actually plus money to score over 10 touchdowns.
Oh, really?
Which I think is just unbelievable. I think he's going to exceed that. I think it's perfect situation.
Who did they have last year? They had Gus Edwards.
He got loads of touchdowns last year.
He must have been close to 10.
Yeah. So I think that's perfect. Yeah, perfect situation for Derek. I've gone for 2, obviously, for the NFC side. I've gone Saquon Barkley to the Eagles.
Yep.
Look, the Eagles, Howie Roseman, their GM, seems to work wonders every year. I mean, they always strengthen where they're weakest. They got Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell in the draft. Their secondary was done, and they've strengthened that with just 2 players.
Yep.
And to get them where they did, they didn't give up anything. Like, they really just waited, and then they moved up for Cooper DeJean in the second round. But to get Barkley in there with Jalen Hurts, I think Barkley's a top 5 running back.
So do I.
As long as he's fit, I just think that takes the Eagles to another level, which helps them massively.
Do you reckon
in the NFC.
it still stops them 1 yard tush push, or is they going to?
Well, Kelsey's obviously retired, isn't he now? So we don't know how that's going to look. New centre. Maybe it might change. But when you've got someone like Barkley, I think obviously, like I said, they've got CJ Gardner-Johnson back as well at safety, Bryce Huff from the Jets on the edge. They're just I don't understand how they do it. Like, they do it every year.
How have they got the money for it?
Well, that's another thing, isn't it?
Cap room.
Yeah.
Because AJ Brown's the highest paid receiver.
Yeah.
And Jalen Hurts on a fair bit.
He is. Yeah, fair play to him. Yeah. They just do it every year, and they strengthen. I think they're pushing again for the NFC.
Would be keen to see the books actually.
Go through them. Yeah. We need to have a look at those.
Go win it.
Yeah, no. And the other one I've gone for here is
controversial.
Deontay Johnson at the Panthers.
What? Last time you...
Yes. Yeah.
No, look. Do you know what? It's your opinion, which is fine. I'm not going to take it away from you, but it's last time top 5 fantasy receivers you went for Leggett, who's Panthers rookie, which was strange.
Okay.
Now you've gone...
Deontay Johnson as the best pickup. Yeah. Can you hear me out first?
Yeah, I want to.
So last year, we had no receiver that could separate at all. Deontay is perfect at that. That's his strength. I think now we have a receiver that can actually separate from corners, safeties, whatever. So I think even if he's not getting the ball as much as, say, Leggett, he's creating space and opportunity for everyone else. obviously he's been touted as having being a bit of a bad egg. Sometimes I've seen the Steelers fans kind of say stuff about him and all that. But I think if he's on it, I think it's perfect for Bryce Young. It's a perfect weapon for him. Perfect offensive weapon for the Panthers in general. I think he's just underrated. I think you like him, don't you?
I like him.
You like him.
He's a good receiver.
So I think he's just in a good situation for us personally, from where we are.
Just plug in that.
Yeah,
Panthers train.
Yeah, I think so. I just don't
Going to the moon.
No, I don't look.
Playoffs.
No, I can wish. I can wish, but no, I don't think. I just think, it's a good situation for him. I think to have him on one side, Leggett on the other side, it's better. Well, it's a lot better than it was last year. We still got Thielen there as well.
Yeah, he's still there.
So, yeah, I think it's good.
Shark.
No, he's gone. He's left. Yeah, who did he sign for? He signed for someone the other day. I saw it, but I can't remember who. But he's not there anymore. But we still got Thielen. Obviously, Jonathan Mingo, another year. I don't know how that's.
Quick question.
Yeah.
When we do top 5 running backs,
yes.
Are you, or from the draft?
Yeah.
Are you going to also include the Panthers?
Jonathan Brooks.
Yeah.
No. Maybe. Let's not give away too much, Jack.
I might have to do NFC instead next time, just to reduce
rule out any Panthers. That's a bit harsh. You know what I mean? Right. Did you want to mention any Broncos pickups? Did you want to because I'm giving you the platform.
We took an O-line from the Ravens
and the Giants.
Yeah, I don't think it's squad player rotation. Maybe not starter.
Yeah,
but the offensive lineman from the Ravens should start.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, is that it? Yeah,
but we didn't really have an awful lot. Like our cap spaces was honking.
Yeah, I know.
Because I think we're still paying Russell Wilson now.
You are.
Yeah,
you are.
So that's not even on our team. And then we got rid of Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah,
I didn't like the draft. I didn't mind it. The off-season pickup, a lot of it's just.
I think you have to trust the head coach.
Like rotation. Yeah,
he's
just
very
rotation players, really, like squad players that might start.
I don't mind your running backs either. I don't mind Javonte Williams. I don't mind Jaleel McLaughlin.
Yeah.
Is P. Ryan still there?
Mm-hmm.
P. Ryan still there? So, yeah, I don't mind that. I really
and we
don't
took a beast of running back in the draft.
I remember you saying, he's a bit of a tank, isn't he?
He's a bit of a tank, yeah. So there's 4 of them.
Okay,
And we took a defensive player from the Jets as a trade during the draft.
Okay.
So he's good.
Yeah. So, okay, do you strengthen in the right areas, do you think?
I don't know.
We'll see.
It's just like...
Playoffs?
Yes.
Winning your division? No. So...
Like, I've got down here, pick up, like, Texans off-season has been superb.
Yeah, you wanted to mention that, didn't you?
Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
I mean, they had Devin Singletary.
Who did really well last
and
year.
Damian Pierce was already there. And Damian Pierce didn't have as good a year last year.
No.
But Devin Singletary did well.
Yes.
They took Daniel Hunter from the
Vikings,
the edge. Superb pickup. And they've also taken Stephon Diggs. I know I said bust in the fantasy, but that's just because they're paying Nico Collins now. Tank Dell was superb last year. So it's just competition, I guess.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I do agree with you with that.
So, like, when I look at that and think, what have the Broncos been doing for the last... Because they went from, like, they just tanked, right? They got rid of Deshaun Watson and they had lost Watt, who's now retired now, but they lost Watt. And you just thought, what the hell are Texans doing? And then you fast forward, 3 years, 4 years?
And now they're potential Super Bowl contenders.
That roster is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's just like, what are
we doing? That's with the NFL, though, doesn't it? It changes so quickly. That's why it's really exciting as well, because your team can go from absolutely nowhere 1 year, 2 years later, they're battling for a Super Bowl.
Turn it around.
So, I mean, I've been waiting for the Panthers to do it for 6 years.
I guess of giving up draft capital and picks for a proven quarterback, because it might not work.
No, I agree.
Sometimes it might work, but then with the Russell Wilson situation, we gave up a lot. It didn't work. And we're just chasing our tail for 2 years.
This is the problem. So, I mean, look. So Panthers have been chasing their tail for 6 years. Hopefully, we're on the right track now, but
similar situation.
It's a similar situation.
Just trying to figure it out. Aren't we?
Just trying to hope in something falls right and you can push on. But yeah, let's end with a little game.
Mm-hmm.
We've got guess the team.
Yep.
So Jack's got one. I've got one.
Yeah, we're allowed 5 questions.
Allowed 5 questions.
The only question about you can ask if they're AFC, NFC.
Yeah.
That's it. You can't ask what division they're in.
Yeah.
And then just vague questions to try and understand
Or
try and guess the team.
Yeah. Well, should we say 3 guesses? Because otherwise we'll be here all day, won't
Right.
we?
Okay.
3 guesses?
All right.
Okay. Do you want me to go first?
As in you guess first?
Yeah, you can guess mine first.
Okay.
I think I've got a good team.
All right.
So when you're ready with your first question.
Yep. What position is their best player?
Oh, I would say
Or what?
edge. I would say edge.
Okay.
Yeah.
AFC, NFC?
AFC. Yeah.
3 questions.
5 questions.
Okay.
3 guesses. You can have 3 guesses of the team.
Got you,
yes,
got you.
yes.
Okay.
5 questions.
If you were to predict where they'd come, like miss playoffs,
Ooh.
whatever, what do you see them?
I
doing
see them. Oh, the AFC is so difficult, though, isn't it? I see them like kind of lingering. They're lingering with the playoffs. Like could be in, could be. You wouldn't be surprised if they were in. You wouldn't be surprised if they were out.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, that's all I can give you. Sorry.
That's all I need. So they could be playoffs, and they could.
Yeah.
Actually, you've actually answered absolutely
no, but
nothing
you know,
there.
like lingering, like kind of like. It wouldn't surprise me if they went 9-8 or
Okay.
10
Brilliant.
10-7. All right. I'm trying to help without giving you too much. Go on.
You've given me nothing. You basically said they might be good, they might be bad.
I predict them to be good.
Okay.
Okay. I'm talking like 9-8, 10
Okay.
and 10-7
Right.
maybe.
Okay. Would you rate their draft?
Off the top of my head, okay.
Okay. Got absolutely nothing. They've had an okay draft. They're an okay team.
Yeah.
And they've got a good edge.
Yes. Best players are edge.
So I've narrowed it down from 16 to 16.
That's it. You can have 3 guesses there. Last question.
Last question. Where do they need to improve?
Oh, I would say. Probably they could do with another receiver. I would say, yeah, they could do with another receiver. I'll give you a hint.
No, I think.
Okay, go on. 3 guesses. First one.
Hang on.
Oh, I thought you were ready then.
I was kind of ready.
Go on. You got 3 guesses, so you can have a
Raiders.
No. You thinking Max Crosby?
Yeah,
I like it.
But then I thought you'd say the quarterback is what they probably needed, isn't it?
Yes, yes. Oh, see, it's a good game.
Yeah. Right.
Go on. 2 more guesses.
Plan of attack changes.
Oh, you're struggling, eh?
Yeah, Steelers.
Nope.
Right.
Last one.
Now I'm in trouble.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
That division.
Is the Browns?
Yes,
Okay.
the Browns.
Okay.
Yeah. See what I mean?
That's fine. Yeah, fine.
they are
We did this the other day, and you went Browns. I thought you're not going to do it again. So you absolutely swindled me there.
Yeah, I've done you there. Yeah, I know. But
Right.
I thought they're kind of
Garrett, yeah.
lingering with Miles Garrett. They're kind of lingering with the playoffs. They're always there or thereabouts. You know what I mean? So yeah. Okay, it's my turn.
Yep.
I'm going to ask similar questions.
Okay.
AFC or NFC?
Don't know. No, AFC. Just thought I'd be you and just give you nothing.
AFC. Okay. Their best player. What position?
Wide receiver.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're making the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they're confident.
Yeah, I think they should make the playoffs. Yeah,
They should make the playoffs.
Yes.
Okay. Where do they need to improve?
Like if I had to be nitpicky,
Yeah, go on.
tight end.
Tight end. Okay. Okay. AFC. Oh, see, I was good. Oh, no, wouldn't be them.
How many guesses have you had? 3.
3 guesses. Yeah. Let me.
3 questions.
Could you mind if I look at the AFC
Oh, okay,
teams?
fine.
Is that all right?
I wasn't allowed that.
Purely because I think I've got one in my head,
Go for it.
but
You've got 3 guesses. Go for
I
it.
was going to say the Chiefs,
Be
but their
real
best players.
clutch. Real clutch if you guess
I
it
was
now.
going to say the Chiefs, but their best players are the quarterback.
So you're going Chiefs or not going Chiefs?
I'm not going.
Okay.
This is Bengals.
Nope.
Okay. Oh, it's Burrow or Chase. I didn't know if you went. I think I know.
Okay.
Dolphins.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're nitpicky tight end. Yeah, tight end probably.
Johnny Smith, I think it is.
He did well last year though.
Yeah.
didn't
But,
he?
but like
They definitely.
If I had to choose somewhere, right?
You'd have to choose that. Yeah.
Because receiver, Waddle, Hill.
Yeah. No.
Tua? Do you like Tua?
I like him when it's not cold.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Because they struggle in November, December time. They always tail off. They start at the blocks, like, you know,
hot,
playing in Miami. Oh, look at this lovely weather. It gets to, you know, snowy weather, and they're like, oh my goodness, how do we play football?
Yeah.
A little bit.
You're judging that.
My brother's a Dolphins
off that playoff game against the Chiefs.
I'm just, in general, I just think they'd nosedive, don't they? I mean, like I said, my brother's a Dolphins fan. He wasn't too happy with it last year.
Well, I mean,
Tyreek Hill getting injured as well at the back end wasn't helpful. He was banged up. Like
they had a lot of like defensive secondary injuries.
They did,
well,
and on the edges as well. They I think 2 or 3. Bradley Chubb went down, and so
they got Chop Robinson from the draft.
That's a good one.
So,
but yeah, should we wrap up?
Can do. Yep.
Really enjoyed it again today. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoy this episode as much as you did the first. Please follow us on Instagram at AirItOutUK. Follow us on Spotify. This is where this episode will be going. And hopefully you really enjoyed it. Thank you very much for tuning in. Anything to add?
No, thank you. Just to add, any comments, anything you want us to discuss, then just let us know and we will discuss.
DM us, please. We want more content. We want to go through stuff that you want as well. So yeah, perfect.
Awesome.
Good.
Cheers.